Some people were chasing us and following us, and she drove that car like a stunt driver and got us out of trouble. Now look, don't get me wrong, I mean, we had our ups and downs and through the years, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but we always stayed connected in some way. I mean, we worked together about 10 years ago on my reality show, and we got a chance to reminisce about the old days and how much fun and how crazy they were. And since then, she and I didn't speak all that much for whatever reason, but my wife and Erin, my wife Renee and Erin, kept in touch fairly regularly. In fact, the last time they spoke on the phone, and my wife didn't think that Erin sounded too well, and my wife asked Erin how she was doing, and her response was, I quit smoking. And then, out of the blue, she passed away from cancer. Nobody knew it. Not I. To her husband Steve and her brother Tony, I am so sorry for your loss. And to the rest of your family members, I am so sorry. Erin was kind and sweet and funny, adorable, great sense of humor, talented, good to be around. You can go back and look at the work that she's done, and you'll see how talented she was. Good singer too, natural singer, which I was always very envious of. And I just hope that she's remembered as the special woman that she was. And I am sorry that I talked about those first media reports, because I want to say that again. I'm sorry for talking about those first media reports, because cancer it's terrible, and it's a heartbreaking killer. And the last couple of years of my life, I've realized how fragile and how precious life is. I lost my mom in December. She had Alzheimer's for many years. The man who discovered me, Gary Marshall, he passed away. Dear man. I owe everything to him. My nephew right now has blood cancer. He has leukemia, and he's battling that. My wife has battled cancer twice, beaten it twice, lives with a brain tumor. So I know about heartache. And life is too short for anger or hate. And as much as I don't want to make this about me or my family, I have to let you know about the wave of hate that has been directed at my family this past week. And I'm going to show you a couple of them. They're edited. Well, I didn't edit them, I'm sorry. They're just vile. And I'm going to read you. I'm going to read you one. I'm going to show it to you. Okay. And here's what it says. This is to my wife. Isn't it time Renee had some plastic surgery? She's looking about 60 years old. Heard the kid Bailey is a retard, and Scott likes to molest her. All good reasons why nobody in Hollywood likes this, whatever. Thankfully, their dead son, we lost a twin, our daughter's twin died second trimester. Thankfully, their dead son was saved from having to live a tortured life with horrible people as parents like Renee and Scott. Okay? Now, I understand that there are people out there who don't like me, and that's fine. No big deal, but who sends my wife, a cancer survivor, something like this? I mean, what's the justification for this? I don't know. Worse yet, some of these people are so full of hate that they're going after the charity that my wife founded, and I am the face of, called the Baio Angel Foundation. And we created it to help families with metabolic disorders. It would take me a couple hours to describe to you the hell that people and children, families live with, dealing with some of these metabolic disorders. It's horrifying. And we started this charity because our daughter was falsely, thank God, falsely diagnosed with a very rare metabolic disorder known as GA1. And it took a couple of months for us to find out that she was healthy. And in those 3 months, my wife did a lot of research, and I did some research about these conditions. And so born from that was the Baio Angel Foundation to help families that are struggling with it. The reason I tell you this is because people on social media have been messaging us that they're going to get even by reporting us for fraud to the state of California just because they can. And I will show you another one. Okay, I'm going to read it to you. We're almost done, folks. Sorry. I call the Secretary of State in California to report your foundation, BBAF, Baio Angel Foundation. I've been told you're using the funds to benefit you and your unemployed, useless husband. That's not legal, you dimwit. I hope they investigate you for fraud. I've had 7 of my friends call and email to complain too. Goes on and on. Talking about something else. Is that why your son died? Because his you-know-what didn't work properly. Maybe it gave the baby the nasties. Oh well, better off dead without 2 unsuccessful parents like you two. By the way, do something with your face, lady. Some decent cheap moisturizer would even help those cracks in your scrawny face. Pity it won't heal the cracks in your impure soul. Well, these people are doing this just to hurt me because they think that it's their right. Hard to understand how anybody can have so much hate in their heart. The state called us and they told me they're getting these phone calls from people like that. The 7 people that are ganging up on the foundation. But it's important that you, the people that are doing this, know something. The only ones you're really hurting are the families that we help. Who've gotten a lot of assistance from us because the lifestyle that they live with children with metabolic disorders is not cheap. It's very taxing on them and their families, and so on and so on. How do I find the words to describe anyone who would behave this way? And I just can't. I'm not going to try. I'm sharing their messages to Renee and I with the state. And I know they will understand the motivations of these people, which I can only believe are grounded in pure evil. Enough of that. I just want to get back to Erin. Erin was probably one of the most important women in my life. She was my first real girlfriend. We spent a lot of time together. A lot of time. Traveled together. Went out together. Worked together. I grew up with her. I knew her family. She knew mine. My dad adored her. And she's gone. And I'm sorry. And when she died, a little piece of me died. Because I'd spent so much time with her and learned so much from her. And just such a big part of my life, such a formative part of my life. Anyway, again, I apologize to those that I may have hurt. It was not my intention. Erin, your memory will live on in your work. And I will never forget you. And I hope to God that you have found the peace that you deserve. Okay? Thank you.